everyone. Good morning, and welcome to day two of the Project Learn initiative. Today, we would be talking about the advanced filters, and we would also talk about the Spark Air policies, and we would also, Shivani would guide you on how to publish your effect. So, I hope you could find time to practice what Shivani had taught yesterday, and we are going to take it forward from there today. I'm welcome, Shivani. Hi.
Hi. Hi guys, welcome back.
So, I'm handing over the stage to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Hi guys, so let's continue. So today we'll do a short recap of what happened yesterday, and after that we are going to move towards a more advanced capabilities, which is background segmentation. And once background segmentation is done, once we have completed our whole AR effect, we are going to learn how to upload it to Spark AR and Spark AR Studio, and learn a little bit about what is Spark AR Studio and how to use it. And lastly, we'll also be talking about Spark AR policies. There are some policies we need to keep in mind while uploading AR effects to Instagram. So that's also something we are going to review. So let's begin. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. So let's go to our Spark AR Studio, and let's go to what we did yesterday. This is not what we want. I'm just going to remove this. Yeah. So this is where we were yesterday. Uh, we created cat ears, and we placed it on our forehead. We used face tracker firstly for our AR effect. We used face tracker firstly for our AR effect, and once that was done, we added two planes. Planes are 3D objects, which we can change in X, Y, and Z axis. And then we connected it to our face tracker, we connected it to our forehead, and on the top of our forehead we applied our cat ears. Secondly, we then used nose as our what do you call landmark over here from patch editors. We went to face landmarks, and we took nose secondly, and we connected our whiskers to the tip of our nose. Along with that, we also animated our nose whiskers. So when we smile, the whiskers start moving, animating. For that, we used smile interaction and connected it to our face tracker, and we connected it to loop animation, which was connected to the transition, and we used transition for 10 frames per second, so that when we smile, the whiskers move more smoothly, like we can see it on the screen right now. So moving on, now we are going to look at segmentation. So I'm just going to discuss a little bit about what segmentation is and what segmentation can do. So there are three types of segmentations. One is background segmentation, one is skin segmentation, and one is hair segmentation. So these three segmentations are already given by Spark here to us. So what they do is they segment the object that we're looking at from the rest of the environment. So we can focus, or we can do changes only in that specific object, and the rest of the environment will remain unchanged. So for when it comes to hair segmentation, we can use hair segmentations to segment our hair and color our hair. For a very good example is hair color AR filters effects that we see on Instagram. Then comes skin segmentation. What skin segmentation does is it segments our skin, and so that is how one example is we can color our skin of in different colors. And lastly, there is background segmentation, which we can segment either our background, or we can reverse it or invert it, and segment the whole person and not the background. So we'll just try all these three and see how it looks. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a canvas. So guys, yesterday we used a 3D object, a plane. Today we are going to use a 2D object, which is a rectangle. And I'm going to place it above this tracker because hierarchy over here matters, because which the object which is below another object comes first. So you need to make sure you keep everything in hierarchy. And in this canvas, I'm going to add my 2D rectangle. Okay, so this is how it looks. As you can see, it does not have a Z direction. It is only X and Y, changeable in X and Y axis. So this is our 3D object. Let's just name it segmentation. And the next thing we need to do is we need to get our segmentation texture. So to do that, we are going to go to our camera. And you can see when we click on our camera, in the properties panel, you can see there are a few options we have. There's texture extraction, there is camera depth extraction, there is segmentation extraction. So let's just go to segmentation and click on the plus. Now you get an option for person, hair and skin. Firstly, to try it on, let's get all the three segmentations. And I took my person segmentation or background segmentation texture. Now I'm going to my hair segmentation texture. When I click on it, you see we get this notification that hair segmentation is not supported on Facebook. So hair segmentation and skin segmentation are only supported on Instagram. So what we need to do is we need to go to our properties. Here's our properties, change project properties, and we just need to uncheck Facebook. Once that is done, I'm going to again try hair segmentation. Okay, now I can get it. So let's just name them because all of them are coming as segmentation mask textures and we'll get confused which is which. So I'm just going to name them, or rather rename them. Okay, so now we have a person segmentation, we have a hair segmentation. Lastly, let's try skin segmentation. Okay. Okay, so we will look at person segmentation later on because we are using that today. Let's first experiment with hair and skin segmentation. So I'm going to go back to my segmentation rectangle, and I'm going to add a material, create a new material, make it flat, and then I'm going to go to my alpha. Over here you can see there's an alpha option. I'm going to check it, and I'm going to put my hair segmentation texture over there. So now you can see the hair has been segmented. You can see there's a white colored overlay or a layer on my hair or the model's hair. So we can change it to this or this, and you can see all of their hairs are getting segmented. So let's just color the hair now. I want it to be maybe red, pink, so I have made it pink. I can change the opacity a little bit to make it more realistic, or I can change blend modes to make it realistic. So yeah, this is how you do hair segmentation. See, now this looks a little more realistic. We can change the opacity to maybe 75, and now you can see it looks like a real hair. So this is how hair segmentations work. So now let's try skin segmentation. I'm just going to remove my hair segmentation and add skin segmentation over here. And as you can see, skin segmentation, the person's skin has been segmented, all of this. And this is also something we can then change the blend modes, and multiply would look best over here, reduce the opacity a little bit. Now you can see this is her skin colors changed. Now we can make her Thanos color skin. So these are the kind of things you can do to make character filters. You can make Thanos out of this. You can use skin segmentation for that. So that's how skin segmentation works. Next and lastly, let's try person segmentation, because that's what we're going to do today. Now I'm just going to remove the other two segmentations out of the picture firstly, and I'm going to remove the color. Okay, let's just delete them. Yeah. Okay, so now what we are going to do today is we are going to use person segmentation, and we are going to segment the background, and we're also going to have this border around us, the border that's going to be all around us. So that is two segmentation marks that we require. So one we have over here, we are going to just name it person segmentation 1, and then we are going to go back to our camera and get another person segmentation, and let's name it person segmentation 2. Okay, so we also will need two rectangles for this. So the first rectangle will be segmentation line, and we'll add one more. Um, and see, so when you add a rectangle, which is a 2D object, it starts with, you will only see a small rectangle on the topmost left side, and then you can actually use manipulators to move it around. But if you want to do it, if you want the rectangle to be full screen, you don't need to do this manual work of like dragging and dropping. You can just go here to the height and position option and just click on it. You will get an option to fill height, so just click on that. So now we have filled the height of the camera, and then for width also, click over here, you'll get fill width. Okay, so this is how you can do it, and let's name this segmentation 2. Okay, yeah, this is done. We have our two person segmentations. Let's start with the first one. Let's go to segmentation mask 1, segmentation material 1. Let's go to our alpha like we did for hair and skin segmentation, and let's choose person segmentation 1 and invert it. Let's just keep this out for now. Yeah, and see, so currently I am not inverting it right now, so it is coloring the whole person. It is applying a mask on the whole person and not the background. So what we'll be doing is we'll be inverting it. So there's this inverting option to check, and once that's done, I'm just going to put this back to alpha. Once that's done, let's try again. Let's change color, and now you can see the background has been has been segmented. So let's remove this now. This is what we wanted to do. No, actually, let's not remove it. Now, what the first thing what we're going to do is we are going to have a line, right? So choose a color from here, whichever color you want to use for your line. And I want to use this pink color or something bright. So I think this is only good. So yeah, I'm going to use this color now. Okay, this is my first segmentation because I want a pink line around me. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my segmentation mask 2, and we're going to make another material. I'll tell you what happens of the pink background later on. You'll understand only once we move forward. So let's move forward to the second segmentation, which is segmentation 2, which will be a animated background with all cat, aesthetic cat backgrounds and stuff. So I'm getting a new material, and we are going to name it seg2 material, and we are going to have flat shader type again, and Let's go to our alpha and choose person segmentation 2. So now you can see again what happened here is we haven't inverted it, so it is currently segmenting the person and not the whole background. So what we're going to do is we are going to again check on inverse. So when we check on inverse, the segmentation will be for our background, and we won't be segmented, our background will be segmented basically. Sorry. So now we have segmented our background. You can see there's a very small pink line around us. That is the mask of segmentation 1 that we did earlier. So what we'll do now is we'll go to the texture person segmentation 1 and click on it. So once you click on it, in the properties panel you see there are some sliders over here. There's a edge softness and a mask size. So we'll just be changing the mask size. What mask size does is it just changes the size of the mask, how big or small the mask should be. If it's not fitting a person well, so we can do it manually by just changing this. So I'm just gonna keep it to, see, this much looks good. We have a clear background. 0.2 I have kept the mask size to be. And then let's go to person segmentation 1, and we can see increase or decrease the mask size here also. So this is for the second segmentation background I'm talking about. So I'm just going to increase it to 2.63. okay, we'll just increase it to 3. And now what we'll do is we'll add texture to the second segmentation rectangle. So I'm going to go to my segmentation to material. It is flat. And now what we're going to do is we're going to have an animated background. So we are just going to click on this and we get an option for new texture and new animation sequence. I'm going to go for new animation sequence. Again, we came to the same frame, same properties that we did yesterday for our whiskers. I hope you must have gone through it by now. And yeah, let's choose textures for this now. So new texture, and yeah, it's here. These are the backgrounds that I have I'm going to use, and have sent these to you as well in the assets file. So let's just take these. I'm just going to select all of these, and here we have it, our animated segmented background. But we don't want it to be this fast, and we can maybe also like it to be randomized, because there's no one big animation that's taking place. We are just animating different kinds of backgrounds behind us, so it can be randomized. We can have frame 1, then frame 5, then frame 2. It will look good. So we'll just keep randomized checked, and we'll decrease from 25 to maybe 10. It's still a little fast for me. Let's say 5 only. Yeah, I think this is good, but you can change the speed to whatever you like. I wanted it to be a little on the slower side, so I did frames 5 per second. And yeah, so this is how your effect will look. I'm just gonna again try it. So we'll again generate a test link like we did yesterday. We'll go to Instagram, we'll click send, and we'll wait for it to be sent to our phones. Okay, so now we have got our test link. Again, I'm going to repeat this because this is very important and very useful. If you want to, you send this test link to someone of the AR effect you're making before uploading the effect on Instagram. You can just copy the link over here and send it to your friends or to your mentor or whoever you want to just see how the AR effect looks like. So you can do that from here. Okay, so now I've gotten the test link on my phone. I'm going to stop sharing. And yeah, I'll just show you how it looks. Yeah, so you can see the background is segmented. It is finding me, so it is tracking my face, right? So it's going to just try to detect where my face is, and the rest will be the background, which is segmented right now. It will be discolored. So if I am not seen in the frame, even if I'm not seen in the frame, you will get to see these backgrounds. And if it detects me in the frame, I'll have the cat ears and the nose. You can see the nose, right? You cannot see the ears. So let's see why we cannot see the ears over here. I'm going to share my screen again. And let's go back to our Spark AR. Yeah, you can see that we cannot see ears. We are missing it. So why is this happening? To answer that, we'll go back to our cat ears and see our advanced render options, because this is as I said, advanced render option, this unchecking of depth test and right to depth is a very small thing, but it creates a lot of issues. Like if I was a newcomer right now and if I would have seen the effect, I would be like, where is the ears? I have done everything right, but I don't know where my ears are, the cat ears, and that would have gotten me very stressed. So but the solution to that is just unchecking these, and that's it. I get my cat ears. So let's try this again. Generate a test list. Yeah, I got the test link. Yeah. So now, I don't know how to do this. Yeah, if you can see, I have my cat ears now. They are there, and my whiskers are also there, and when I smile they move. So our AR effect is ready. Now what we'll do is we'll do post making a little bit of caring of the effect of working. That is, we are going to look at the size limitations right now, and we are going to see if our AR effect is in the size limitations for Instagram, and then we'll upload it. I'm sharing my screen again now. Okay, and yeah, so the next thing we need to see is the size limitations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to view and click on show asset summary. Here we are going to get to see how big our project is. So for Instagram, you need your project to be under 4 MB, and for Facebook under 10 MB. So because we are primarily focusing right now on Instagram AR effects, and if you keep the AR effect to only 4 MB, we can use it for Facebook as well as Instagram. So we can cover both the platforms under 4 MB. But if you are over 4 MB, we'll only be able to use it on Facebook. So will mean lesser users will be able to see our AR effects, and it will be used less. So to avoid that, it's better to upload on both the platforms so that there's more audience. So for that, we'll keep our effect under 4 MB. Over here you can see my original size of my project is 1.3 MBs only, and 1.7 for iOS, 1.4 for Android, and 1.2 for older Android. So this is good enough. It's under 4 MB, and there's another catch to it. So if you want your AR effect to work on all sorts of devices, old Androids, old iOS, where most of the AR effects lag a lot, to make your AR effects work on those phones, what you need to do is you need to keep your project file under 2 MB. So it is recommended to keep under 2 MB so that all sorts of devices can use your AR effects. And right now we are well under 2 MB, so that's a good thing. But there's a big but. Okay, what if you are making a AR effect and it goes above 2 MB? That's fine. A few phones won't be able to use it. But if it goes over 4 MB, what to do? So I'll just show you how to uh, what to do over here, how to compress it. There are two ways of compressing. You can use external softwares to compress your textures, or you can just compress your textures inside SparkR itself. So for example, we have two image sequences, which is one for background and another one is whiskers. So let's go to our background. You can see the size of our background image sequence file is about 2.50 MB on device for iOS, and 250 for Android, and 160 for older devices, and so on. And currently you can see over here the compression is automatic, so it's automatically been compressed, which is good enough, but sometimes that doesn't work. We need more compression because we have a heavier file with us. So what do we do is we'll just change it from automatic to manual, and method we can keep to best, which is, it is a little slow but it has the lowest size, I'm sorry. And we can change the quality also, low, medium, high. I'm keeping it medium for now because that's good enough. And we can change the maximum resolution also. Similarly, I'll do it for Android and older Android as well. And you can see now we have reduced the size from 2.50 to 340.55 KB. So we have like compressed this file nicely. And now if we look at our overall in the asset summary panel, if we see our overall file size, on iOS it is just 5.79.9 KB, on Android 538.2 KB, and older Android 511.3 KB. So it has been compressed and it is now very, very small. So the smaller the size of our file, more users can use it, more kind of devices can use it. So yeah, this is a good thing. Now that we have compressed our files and checked out our assets, everything looks good to go. Now next is we are going to upload it to our SparkR hub for it to be reviewed by Instagram. So here's a publish option below test on device button that we have here, that we have been using since yesterday. There is an option to publish it. So let's just click on that. You get two options, to either publish a new effect or to update an existing one. So if you're doing some changes to existing AR effect, you can do it, or else you can publish a new AR effect and upload. So once it's uploaded, it will be uploaded to your SparkR hub. You need to log into your SparkR hub using your Facebook ID and password, your Facebook credentials. And those credentials should be linked to that Facebook account basically should be linked to your Instagram account, so that they can access your Instagram account as well. So here we are. This is the page we get when we want to upload and review our AR effect. And you can see in the file we have already the file that we were using, it has been uploaded. And in the right you can see here's how we'll be able to see how our AR effect will look like on our Instagram page. So you can name this AR effect something, cat or cat whiskers, whatever you want. Okay, the name should be very, very unique. So that if the name is unique, more people are able to find it. There are not a lot of AR effects based on that name, and so it has more opportunity to reach to the audience. Then when you go down, there is this option of all platforms or selected platforms. So even if you select this platform, we're not posting it right now on Facebook because it has segmentations, but that's okay. You can do this when there is no skin or hair segmentation. And then audience. So next is we have to choose between what kind of AR effect our effect will be. One is public, which is normally something we see on Instagram. Everyone can access your AR effect, everyone can use your AR effect. And then there is second one, which is link only. So what link only happens is you will give a certain link, a specific link provided by SparkR Hub to some people, and only those people can access the AR effect, and not the rest of the public. So that is link only option. Then you can change your owners over here, but that's not necessary right now. You will be the owner of your AR effect. If you're working for some brand, and you want to upload from their Instagram page, that's when you can change it. But the process is different. You can find the process later on Spark AR's website. Later on, yeah, publisher is me. So it's on sharing. Like we saw yesterday, there are three types of AR effect sharing options. I'm sorry. One is sharing, which is reels, story, post, etc. Second is for ads, and third is for video calls. So that's something we can change from here, and we can select the platform as well, and profiles which we want to use. Then categories. So you need to define your AR effect into basically 4 categories. So right now it is appearance, selfie, animals, and it is funny, right? It is funny. So this is the 4 I'm using right now. And then you can use keywords which are optional. You can use keywords like cat, ears, segmentation. So when a user goes to the AR effect tray on Instagram and searches ears, or maybe cat, or maybe cute pink color, or maybe cute cats, whatever the keyword is, generally public will use a keyword, and then your AR effect can be shown in there. This provides more engagement. Next is demo video. So we need to upload a demo video file. I have a demo video file. Just give me a second. Let me see. Uh, just give me a second. Okay, I have a I'm going to share my screen again. Where were we? We were in Spark AR Hub. Yeah. So once we are done with our keywords, next we are going to do is upload a demo video. So what you need to do is you need to create a test link, and using that test link you need to create a short video of 4 to 5 seconds, and then that's something that people will see when they are scrolling through AR effects. They'll see that video, and then that's a deciding factor on whether I want to use this AR effect or not. So we'll upload a demo video, which is being this. Then next is icon. So icon, we can either upload a different one, or we can use the video thumbnail only. So for now, just to showcase, I'm going to use my video thumbnail. And then we can also have collaborators. So maybe there's some another AR creator who has worked with you, and you want to get this on their name as well, like they have helped you. So you can add a collaborator over here, and you can just write the collaborator's Facebook or username. That's one thing. And then publication date, you can have it as soon as possible, or you can set a specific time on date to start the AR effect. You can as well as use a end date, which is you can add an end date to when the effect will stop being visible. Then this is a new option now. This wasn't there earlier. This has just been uploaded some time ago, I think. Location. This is for location. So if you click on this, you can help people of a specific location to discover it. So maybe you're making this for the event. So maybe you're making an AR effect for Independence Day, right, on 15th August. So that you want a lot of people in India to rather see. So you want the focus to be in India. So you can just search for a place in India. Or maybe let's say I am making a AR effect, and I want people who are near Gateway of India to be able to see it first. So I can just type Gateway of India. So there is Gateway of India. So yeah, you can just check Taj Hotel Gateway of India. Okay, so this is the place, and surrounding area, Taj Hotel, which is in Gateway of India, those people will be able to see my effect first on their effect tree. Over there, more discovery will happen of my AR effect. So this is something you can do using location. Others will also be able to see your AR effects like regular, but these people will have more importance. Over there, more discovery will happen. That's the difference. Okay, so once all of this is done, you can just check how this effect will look on your Instagram profile by using the simulator in the right. You can see there's a name, cat, and there's my image icon. You can just change it and you can see how it will look on my portfolio, on my profile. And then you can also see how the video will look when someone sees it. Yeah. So over here, if you feel like everything is good, everything is done, you can just click on submit and the effect will be submitted for reviewing. So reviewing process does not take a lot of time. Most of the time, if the effect is not a very complex effect, the effect is reviewed within a few hours only. But if it is a little complex effect, there are a lot of assets in it, if it's a heavy file, it may take a little more. But Instagram Meta says they'll try to review your AR effect in within 24 hours most of the time, though weekends can take longer. So that's about reviewing, and once your effect is reviewed, it will automatically be shown on your Instagram profile. So you don't need to worry about anything after you press the submit button. Your work is done after you submit the button. Okay, so this is how you basically upload and publish an effect. And now let's see what happens after your effect has been published. So I have published this effect and my effect is online, people are using it now. How will I see it? So you will just go to Spark AR Hub, which can be, it is a dashboard of all your AR effects, and this can be accessed using your Facebook credentials, which is connected to your Instagram. And yeah, so you come over here, this is a home page, you get to see your overall insights, you'll get to see all the effects that you have made or any effects that you have made. Then you can go to effects option. Yeah, sorry. Oh, there's some problem with my mouse. Yeah, I'm so sorry. You can go into your effects option, and then there you will be able to see all the effects that you've ever made, and collaborations if you have any collaborations. There is insights, there is gallery, there are all other things. There's option to learn also over here, so you can go and learn. And then there is over here, if you click, there's a icon over here in the right with your Facebook's profile picture display. You can just click on portfolio, and there will be all the AR effects that you have ever made. All those will come into a portfolio. So you can, when I say create a strong portfolio, you can make amazing AR effects and put all the work in this portfolio, and you can just share the link to this portfolio to the people you want to, or you can just use this portfolio as a place where you can show all kind of AR effects that you have ever made. Okay, so this is a little about Spark AR Hub. Now, lastly, what we are going to do is we are going to talk a little about our Spark AR policies quickly. Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen again. Lastly, for Spark AR policies. So what happens is when you upload a AR effect to Instagram, there are some policies you need to take care of. There are some things you need to take care of. So basically, to sum it up, I would say if your AR effect cannot be used by a 13-year-old, then it's probably not going to be approved by Instagram. It should be 13-year-old friendly, basically. So let's go and check a little bit in detail what are the policies. Yeah, so these policies are available on Spark AR Hub's website, and These are some. First one is performance. Your effect must perform as expected and provide a stable experience. It should be responsive, it should not lag or stutter, and it should not be very heavy that it takes a lot of time to load. So that are two things you need to do performance wise. Visual, text and voice intents. The text and voice intents must not prompt people away from effects or Facebook family of groups, family of apps. I'm sorry. So what happens over here is when you make an AR effect, you need to make sure that any text or voice or anything in the AR effect should not lead them out of the Facebook family of group apps, Facebook messengers, portal, Instagram, etc. It should not go outside. It should not even have a link to any other website other than the Facebook apps. Then custom controls are not allowed, where you can change the shape or size of an object. If you're using custom controls, they should be attached to a tracker, which is face, plane, hand tracker, and target tracker. Yeah. Then capabilities. Effect must only use capabilities permitted on Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, or portal. And then existing supporting media. Where an effect is enabled for existing media, the design of the effect must be suitable for both vertical and horizontal photos. Then metadata and media. So this is about metadata and names, etc. Names must not be duplicated. Every AR effect should have its own name, and the name must not contain the Instagram account the effect is going to be attributed to. Then when it comes to demo videos must use accurately demonstrate the effects feature. There should be no hidden feature. So basically, if I'm showing only one kind of capability on my demo video, and there's another hidden capability inside the AR effect, that's not allowed. You should be able to see the whole effect in the demo video as it is. And when it comes for video calling effects, messenger and portal, etc., demo video must be a recording screen of a video call with the effect applied. No stock videos are allowed. Then icons must not contain models used in SparkAR simulator videos. Those simulator videos we have, and we were using those models, so their photos must not be used on the icons. And you should also, the categories we saw while uploading the AR effect, those categories should be accurate. Moving on. Yeah, few guidelines. It should not have anything disrespectful or violent. It should not have anything unsafe, inappropriate. It should not depict guns, knives, other weapons. It should not be violent. It should not contain or promote alcohol, tobacco, drugs, all those kind of things. You're not allowed to promote also and show also. And it should not also be explicit in nature or should not have a sexual nature to it. Should not be provocative. It should not discriminate, provoke any specific culture or kind of people. It should not spread hate, basically. And content must also not make criminal allegations. So basically, gambling is also not something that's allowed. So all these things are not allowed. I would say basically, if a 13-year-old can use your AR effect, that AR effect will be published on Instagram, that will be approved. But if a 13-year-old cannot use it, there is contents which cannot be shown to a 13-year-old, then I would say that will not be accepted by Instagram. Yeah, I think this is all. You should not have external links in your AR effect which takes you out of Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, etc. And it should also not infringe intellectual properties. So content must not infringe upon intellectual properties of Facebook or any other third parties. That's also something you need to remember. So these are very basic, I would say, policies, which they are not really too much and very doable. Most of the time, these 99.9% of time, these won't be a problem to you. So I think that's all for today. I hope you will be able to make the AR effect. If you do, please tag Reskill and me. I have also this time mentioned my Instagram handle in my name. And do join Facebook and Reskill on Facebook Reskills community group, as well as SparkAR's community group. So if you go there, there are like thousands of amazing AR developers, AR creators there. they'll be able to solve your problems. If you have any doubt, you can just go there and ask. Someone from anywhere around the world can come and help you. And yeah, do share your effects, do tag me, do tag reskill. And if you have any doubts, any questions further on, you can always contact me, and I'll be happy to help. So that's all from me. So let me know if you have any questions, and I can answer your questions now. You can just write them in the comment section.
Thank you, Shivani, for a wonderful session.
Thank you so much.
Uh, if anyone has any doubts, any questions, you can post it in the comment section. We'll wait for another 2 minutes.
Okay, done. Do try making variations of this filter. Don't make it same to same exact. Maybe try another different PNGs for background. Maybe make a dog filter instead of cat filter. Try some variations of your own and do upload it on Instagram or Facebook, and do tag us. Let us know how it is. I would love to see your AR effects.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining today. Do try and make AR filters, which Shivani has taught you. I have shared the submission form. Do submit your AR effects and share them with us. Tag Reskill on social media. We'll be happy to share it from our handles as well. Tag Shivani also. So thank you and have a good day. Thank you, Shivani.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.